May Allah's Assalamu alaikum. We thank Allah for allowing us to be in His presence. I don't think that I have to remind you so urgently anymore about the importance of the people of prayer. For I think you will see that is necessary. And most of us find ourselves praying all day long, thanking Allah for His guidance, His mercy, and His protection. I know many times things that I do, we have accidents sometimes, but believers never speak of an accident as a chastisement of Allah. What you say? Okay. This is Job having back and forth. He says, I'm going to start at some of these conversations that Job was having with different people. In the 11th chapter of Job, it says, Then answered Zophar, the Namathite, and said, Should not the multitude of words be answered? And should a man full of talk be justified? Should thy lies make men hold their peace? This is some of Job's so-called friends argued with him. And when thou mockest, shall no man make thee ashamed? For thou hast said, Doctrine is pure, and I am clean in thine eyes. But oh, that God would speak and open his lips against thee, and that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is, twice as much that you can see. That's what he meant, double it. Know therefore that God exacteth of thee less than thine iniquity deserveth. They think because Job was ill and going through problems, God was punishing him. Remember, that's what's written of me, that we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God. Remember that? That's over in Isaiah. Then it says, Cast thou by searching, find out God. Canst thou find out the Almighty unto perfection? It is as high as heaven. What canst thou do? Deeper than hell. What canst thou know? The measure thereof is longer than the earth, and broader than the sea. If he cut off and shut up, or gather together, then who can hinder him? For he knoweth vain men, he seeth wickedness also. Will he not then consider it? For vain man would be wise, and though man be born like a wild ass's coat. If thou prepare thine heart and stretch out thine hands toward him, if iniquity be in thine hand, put it forth, and let not wickedness dwell in thy tabernacles. For then shalt thou lift up thy face without spot. Yea, thou shalt be steadfast, and shalt not fear. Because thou shalt forget thy misery, and remember it as waters that pass away. And thine age shall be clearer than the noonday. Thou shalt shine forth. Thou shalt be as the morning. And thou shalt be secure, because there is hope. Yea, thou shalt dig about thee, and thou shalt take thy rest in safety. Also thou shalt lie down, and none shall make thee afraid. Yea, many shall make unto thee, but the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. And Job answered and said, No doubt, but ye are the people, and wisdom shall die with you. But I have understanding as well as you. I am not inferior to you. Yea, who knoweth not such things as these? I am as, you see how Job arguing with him? He told Job wasn't perfect, didn't he? But the Lord had already said, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that he is a perfect and upright man, that feareth God and escheweth evil? Huh? See, you have to be careful, call yourself judging God's servants, huh? All right. Now, in the end, Job had to pray for them people. Yeah, it was amazing how let me see it. Let me find it. Let's see. I'd like to you know, better is the end of a thing than the beginning. And yes, but I was I'll probably have to find it for you later. We ain't got time to impress you. Here it is. It says, and this is the 11th chapter of Job, the 42nd chapter. It says, And it was so, that after the Lord had spoken these words unto Job, the Lord said to Eliphaz the Temite. He says, my wrath is kindled against thee, and against thy two friends, for you have not spoken of me the thing that is right, as my servant Job hath. He says, therefore, take unto you now 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer up for yourselves a burnt offering. And my servant Job shall pray for you. For him will I accept, lest I deal with you after your folly, in that you have not spoken of me the thing which is right, like my servant Job. You know, this is where people misunderstand. It's when Allah chooses a messenger, Allah guides that messenger. And to say that that messenger has did an unjust thing to you, you are saying God has did an unjust thing to you. Do you understand? You cannot be the judge of God's servant. Do you understand? What if Job had tried to judge God? The devil was given authority to afflict Job. Wasn't he? Who was given authority to afflict us? So, he was given authority to afflict us, but not to kill us. You understand? Unless we followed him, unless we decided that we would knuckle under and kowtow to him. Yeah, we was serving him, but while serving, haven't you noticed, the more you work at anything, the more you learn how to do that. Show me a man that have never made a mistake, and I'll tell you the reason why he never made a mistake was because he never did anything. He never did any work. So we learned. That's how we come out with great substance. We have learned. We didn't just learn what to do. We also learned what not to do. Do you understand? You see, a person who bullies other people, he never learns not to bully people. You learn not to bully others by getting bullied yourself. You understand? You know how that makes people feel. Anytime a person who rules by fear thinks that he will always be there ruling, he has deceived himself. When people fear you because of not because of your greatness, not because of their wickedness, but fear you because of your wickedness, they hate you, and they are justified in hating you. Many people say, well, God don't want us to hate nobody. If God didn't want you to hate nobody, God wouldn't give you the ability to hate. I didn't hear you. We have the ability to love and the ability to hate because it is necessary. But I'm not going to go into all of that. But I will tell you that that's one of the reasons why I don't always tell people when I'm afflicted. You would never know if I didn't tell you. So, because I know how we think. we think that, especially when we are jealous of someone, when we are when we're full of envy and jealousy, if people see you going through a trial, instead of praying for you, happy to see you going through a trial. Do you understand? The Holy One says, send peace on our loved ones. But they don't really enjoy watching the messenger prosper, even though his prosperity is their prosperity. That's why the messenger, as he said, you're the most silliest people ever lived on earth. You saw all of the good that the Honorable Muhammad was guiding us to. And yet, people were sitting in there trying to undermine, out ways to undermine his work. And as he said, you go to people after I done went to them, you go over there to my, won't you sell it to me for that kind of thing. He said, I'm not going over there with no market basket. I'm going over there with a ship to order goods. You want to order hundreds and thousands of pounds. I want to order hundreds and thousands of tons. And they say you just crazy. Nobody wants you but God and myself. Because when nobody else put up with you. The only one can put up with us is somebody that's like us. Because that's the only one can understand us, is some one of us. That's why the messenger said it will come to pass that one of you will say be, and we will have something different. You see? In all of their affliction, he was afflicted. Remember that? So I want you to, you heard the Lord get on and say, Job will pray for you, because I'll accept his prayer, I ain't going to accept yours. Huh? You got people that think they can go around the servant of God and still be a Muslim. When Allah ordered you to submit to his servant and you submitted, you was Muslim. When you stop submitting to his servant, you stop being Muslim. Do you understand? How many of you all don't agree with me on that? And let me hear why you don't agree. How do you know that if the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was still here, I wouldn't be standing up here talking to you? Unless I was representing him. Because what you hear me saying, I'm always connected to what he said. Huh? I never tried to use his teachings to contradict him. You've heard many that around here, they careful who they say it to. You'll hear them try to use my teachings to contradict me. And the person they're talking to, they think that person don't know what they're doing. You know. Maybe they're just stupid. Just stupid and ain't thinking about what they're. Just because somebody listen to you, don't mean they agree with you. I've told people, that's part of the teachings. Sometimes you just have to let people talk. They'll tell you everything that's on their mind. Just let them talk. Just let them keep talking. Don't say nothing. They won't even notice that you're not saying anything. And when they notice you're not saying anything, what they think is that you're agreeing with them. And so they keep talking. Well, I'm just telling you. I mean, I've observed. I know how to milk the cow. So, when you are a truthful person, you don't have to be careful what you say. you know. Like a lot of people, they think they're truthful while they are putting on an act. There's nothing truthful about claiming to believe in something that you don't believe in, or to believe in someone that you truly don't believe in. That's nothing truthful about that. You start off with a foundation that is false, and you cannot build truth on a false foundation. Do you understand? It's like W.D. Muhammad. When he went out